Hope you're all well. I've just posted something on the group about the ripple effect. I had a bit more to say on it, and didn't want to keep writing reams and reams of stuff, so I thought I would I'd do a short video just to explain a bit more about what it is I'm trying to say and why I'm saying it. The ripple effect. So obviously, without teaching you to suck eggs, when you throw a pebble in a pond, creates a ripple, and the ripples go outwards, and in the end the ripples overtake the whole pond. So what I've asked you to think about is the ripples you're creating at the moment. Obviously, if you've got children, at the moment things can be quite tricky because the kids could be getting bored, arguing with each other, causing a lot of negative energy in the house, which that can cause a ripple effect in itself. I suppose from the adult's point of view, it's making sure you're not getting sucked into that. I've seen a couple of things over the last week of adults. I saw one video in particular of an adult arguing with the child, and the adult had been sucked right into this argument. And even when the adult tried to walk away, the child was sucking the adult back in by just trying to have the last word. And sometimes our egos as adults, can get in the way of being the adult, if that makes sense. And you want to just win the argument, when in fact I think this is probably a good time to remember to be the adult, to put your ego to one side. I remember a mentor I worked with years ago, he used to describe it in working with some of the children with complex needs that I was working with, is when you walk into this building, talking about the school, you need to leave your ego at the door, and be what they need you to be. And that's stuck with me. And that's what I try and do at home and in school, I suppose, that when things are becoming quite strained, it's kick your ego to one side and just be what you need to be to diffuse that situation and move on. Obviously, that's tricky to do, which is why the strategies come into play. Do you need to go and have a brew in another room? Do you need to go for a run? Do you need to go and do some meditation? Do you need to just go and sit somewhere? Do you need to go and cook? Whatever it is, that can distract your mind and just give you space from the person or the child or whoever it is that you're arguing with, do it. And then I suppose you stop that ripple happening. But going back to my first point, went off on a bit of a tangent then, but going back to my first point, is ripple effect. Is what ripple effect are you causing? So when you're not feeling great, how are you treating the people around you? Are you snapping a bit more at people? Because then that ripple can start going on, and then all of a sudden you find that the people around you aren't in a great mood either. So from your personal point of view, what can you do to make that ripple more of a positive one? If you can't make it a positive one in that moment, then try and not make any ripples. I suppose firstly we're talking about in the house. You could be a house with just you and your partner, could be you, your partner and a child, could be you, your partner and a few children, could be a big house where you've got grandparents with you, a load of people in your house. You can only control your own emotions. You can't control what the people do around you, but you can control how you react to it, which we talk about all the time. So I want you to think about the ripples that you're creating at the moment in the house, but then what ripples are you creating for your neighbours? I've had a couple of conversations where neighbours aren't being very pleasant to each other. That's quite tricky as well, because then that ripple's getting expanded even further to your neighbours. Then, when you're walking through your street, how are you treating the people you're seeing? Are you saying good morning? Are you giving them a smile? Are you arguing with people over things? Again, that ripple's expanding again. When you're in the shops, how are you treating the key workers? How are you treating the police? How are you treating any NHS workers you might come across, or any key workers for that matter? Are you arguing with people about things in the shops regarding them doing the job and asking you not to touch too many things, and them just trying to help? What's your attitude towards them like? Because that's a ripple to them. Then how are you making their day? That everyone's in the same boat, So the post I've just put on is about creating positive ripples. Yeah, it's frustrating and everyone's going to get frustrated with each other, but let's just rein it in a bit and let's try and create positive ripples, and then it makes everything a lot easier for everyone involved, because these are tough times. Every day is like a roller coaster. I don't know about you, but for me, it's up and down every day, and it's just trying to ride that out, and everyone's doing it. And some people are still working, in work, keeping everything ticking over. And they're riding those emotions too, but then they've got people not being very pleasant at times. So let's be wary of that, and let's just try and be a bit kinder, a bit more tolerant, and try and spread a bit of positivity, and let's create a positive ripple wherever you may go. But yeah, that's my little video for the day done, I think. I hope you're all okay. Again, if anyone needs any advice or wants to get in touch for any reason, just throw me a message. It's good to hear from you when you do. And I will no doubt be speaking to you again throughout this week. So enjoy the rest of the bank holiday weekend, even though it doesn't feel like a bank holiday weekend. It just feels like, I don't know, does anyone even know what day it is? But yeah, enjoy your rest of your day, and I'll speak to you soon.